Well, hello and welcome back to the Rusty Ferret podcast. Thank you so much for being here. I just checked my subscribers the other day and we're like over 300. I can't believe there's 300 of you. Like, the fact that there's more than like my mum watching. Love you, mum. But yeah, thank you so much. It makes me feel a bit special. So we are here in Rusty Ferret HQ, or the office, our spare bedroom, I don't know. And we have various office things, my computer, Wheezy, my 3D printer, who is being neglected because she was misbehaving. We're not going to talk about it, she's in the timeout. So why are we in the office and not trying to be all cool and in the shed or in the conservatory? Well, I want to talk to you about stash. My stash. Not judging anybody's stash, just judging my own stash. I have been pulled into the world of people reducing their stash. The two people I'm speaking about is Knitty Natty. I will subscribe. I will put the podcast names down below because they are a great watch, both of these people. So Knitty Natty, who's over in New York, and Retro Claude, who's down in England somewhere, or possibly Wales, I'm not sure. And they both had a relatively small stash compared to mine. And they're both trying to use up all their stash. Knitty Natty is definitely trying to do stash zero to then only be buying what she needs. And I think Retro Claude's trying to do the same. And I admire that, if I'm being honest. I have a lot of yarn that I have gathered over a long time. This is something I want to say. This has been bought over the span of like 15 years, little bits at a time, mostly when I was a student, when I had excess money. So this is by no means reflective of how I would stash now. I also have a lot of special yarn because I had a yarn shop and I would have people come and pop up. I also have a lot of yarny friends who we would swap things. So I just want to put a caveat out there that I am not saying that hand-on yarn is the only way, acrylic is crap, blah blah blah. You do you. I think it's important to do you, and however accessible, whatever, I just want it to be accessible. I think everybody should be allowed to craft at whatever level they want. So if you want to judge my stash, however, that is totally fine, because maybe it'll kick my butt into using it. I'm gonna need to take a breath. Remember the last podcast when I was saying I was talking slower? I am not today, because I've just got so much information that's just like blah, 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 blah. So I'm gonna cut to a bit of video that I recorded the other day before I started messing about with my stash, and we're gonna come back to current LJ. Which angle's better? I'm not sure. So let me show you the stash. So I'm in the office. This is the office. I'm going to turn you around and do this. So this is the office. Mark's desk's over there. I'm not going to show you what's on it because that's his. But this is my corner. The chaos corner. And this is where we work and game and where I stash. There's the arcade cabinet I got Mark for his 40th. It's cool. It says the Arsenator on it. Okay, so this is the massive bank of cupboards here. I can't even get back far enough. Oh, there we go. I can zoom out. These were in the house when we moved in, and they're actually great for storing all my crap. So the first one, hang on, I haven't prepped this. The first one has got all the Rusty Ferret stuff. I've got a table in the way. So that's where Rusty Ferret lives. I apologise for the outside noise, especially the cat scarer. It's not my favourite. This one here has got like sewing machines, etc. And this one here is the stash. So I'm going to move this and I'm going to open this cupboard. Right, ready? Da, 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 da. This was Arthur's little hoodie, and this was Mark's Gran's cardigan from Norway. And the care home she was in shrunk it, and I was gonna make a new one that fits her, but sadly she's no longer with us, so it's just hanging here for now along with a heap of ponchos and Mark's football tops, so you know. But yeah, so in here, da, 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 this is stash. It's a lot of stash. Ow. So the stash is up. We have, these are IKEA boxes, so we've got 5.5. This did used to be over 6, but I managed to squash everything in perfectly. So first let me tell you how I organized this. I basically, my yarn was just all through each other. There had been some semblance of organisation at one point, but through me moving and going through it and looking for stuff, it had just become a mess. So I did just take it all and dump it all on the floor in here. I will insert that picture. And then I used these boxes to categorize. Basically just going through just one by one and just being like, that's for that, that goes with that, that goes with that, that goes with that, and then we'll work on the organized, the like then we'll work on the putting all back later. That's future LG's issue. So my piles kind of consisted of well, actually the piles were kind of made up as I go along. So it turns out I had a lot of West Yorkshire spinners, a lot of Rusty Ferret yarn from me keeping samples, skeins that are not good enough, blah blah blah. Sock yarn, nice hand-dyed yarn, yarn that was already kind of used, a lot of drop stuff, my acrylic pile, and what was the other one? Oh, hand spun. So anything that I had spun, sorry, I'm dribbling. Anything that I had a hand spun or had been given to me that was hand spun went together. Once they were all in, like divided up, then I basically went through and put them all into Airtable. So this is my Airtable, and as you can see, I have photographed every single yarn. I have also listed what weight the yarn is, what colorway it is, what base it is, what the meterage is, so what the original meterage was, and then how much is left, so that there's like that, like, if I don't know, it just felt right. I also put a little checkbox for things like color. So if I was specifically looking for a yellow yarn, I could then filter it out by what was yellow. I also listed which box it was kept in, so that if I'm looking for something, and I've said this before, and this was kind of the whole point in organising it, I knew where it was and how much of it I had, because often I had like 2 skeins of something split over 2 boxes, and it was like, pretty sure I had an extra skein, but where's the other one? And it would mean going through all the boxes. It was a nightmare. So yeah, photographed everything, put it on Airtable. I also labeled everything that didn't have a label. So for example, these are gonna have to move you. Let me get in one of my boxes. Yeah, so for example, things that didn't have their label anymore, I put what the yarn was and kind of what I'd listed it as, so that So for example, say I had like 2 Asian cottage yarns and they were both grey, and I'd listed one as dark grey and one as light grey. I would know which one is which without it being an issue. Does that make sense? I'm not sure if that makes sense, but it makes sense to me, and that's what's important. And these are just scrap pieces of paper I had cut up and taped on. So that brings us up to now, with the plan of reducing this stash. Now, I don't want to reduce this so that it's nothing. I mean, that's the goal, right? Because like we hoard things, and this is just so much yarn, it's ridiculous. I know I have too much yarn. In fact, through Airtable, I managed to work out, because I was listing all the weights, I managed to figure out how much yarn in weight, not in meters, I actually have. I have over 34 kilograms of yarn. I wrote down the precise number. It is 34,054 grams. This number. That's like my dog times 2. In fact, yeah, that's a lot. So, I would like to start using some of this yarn. I have yarn from 10-15 years ago that are so beautiful that I would like to use and wear, and I think it's really crap that they're in boxes in a cupboard and not being used. Also, being self-employed, and I'm not doing this to like tug at anybody's heartstrings or anything, but I don't have lots of expendable money, and what I do, I'm buying gardening things. I have a seed problem. So I have a big stash. That's the point. That's not the point, but like, what's the point of having a big stash and not using it? But also, like, not why buy new when you've got, right? Because it's already beautiful. I already love it. So that's the goal. Okay, change of view. So, yeah. So I'm not gonna get to stash 0 in a year. That's not, I can't knit that fast. My wrists will not do that. But I think a sensible goal of using 1 kilogram is obtainable. I would rather give myself a goal that I know that I can achieve instead of something that I'm going to be disappointed with come next year. This time next year. I'm like, December? No, you're cutting yourself short there. I need the other months. So let's say 1 kilo. I'm going to do an update every month. Does that sound fair? I'll either tack it on the end of, probably the end of a podcast, or with the podcast. So yeah, can we fix it? Can we knit it / crochet / craft it? I think we can. That's not what I want. I want my epic. Does somebody message me? I've been watching a lot of YouTube podcasts where people are just very natural and they are themselves and they're not having to put the mask on, and well, maybe they are, I don't know, but they come across as like their true authentic self. And I want to be like that on here. I don't want to be what's the word, like constantly worried about what people think of me. That's down to bullying. Don't bully people, children. You give them lifelong trauma. Okay, I've opened a box. Maybe you wanted to see that. Hang on. Will I do that again? I know YouTubers do this all the time, so. Clonk, clonk. I've lost my Gorilla Pod. I'll need to find it. It's probably in the shed. Let's do this. Right, let's open box number 1. Basically, we're going to go through this, and I know Claude and I think her name's Natalie, not just Natty. It breathes. Is this a good angle? Probably not. As you can see the yarn. Oh, it smells good too. I know they picked yarn and then like kind of put the yarn into projects, but I am gonna pick projects and then pick the yarn. Does that make sense? Is it the same thing? Probably. But because I have so much, I think I have the luxury of being like, well, I want to make that. Do I have yarn for it? Instead of I have this yarn, what can I make with it? However, I do have a few things that I know that I really want to make. And I have the yarn for. So let's pull them out. This is not going to be done in a month. I'm just copying their format. How am I working on this? How am I wording this? They both kind of broke it down by month, but I would like to pull out things that I would like to complete this year, and then we can see if we managed to, and we'll be like, oh, she didn't. And then I'll cry and I'll be sad. So this top is the Rift Tee by Jacqueline Sislak, and I love this thing. I really love this thing. This yarn is Quince & Co yarn Chicken Tea, and it was a pea green colour that didn't suit me. So I overdyed it, and I have enough to make another 2 of these. So I think that's pretty much what I'm gonna do. So look, they're even banded together. So this is a darker one. I might even, once it's knit, do it. I'm gonna put you up on the stand. Hang on. Do you want to see the yarn coming out of the box, or can I just? We'll work from here. I think might dye this blacker, like make it black instead of, because it's quite close. But yeah, so that's definitely on the list. Another one of those. There should also be, yeah, we'll talk about this in a minute. I feel like I should have 2 cameras. Hang on a second. Okay, I thought the vlogging camera would be charged, but it's not. So we've got the iPad set up over here, which I believe that you can see into the box with. So that's a win. I'm just gonna check though. Yes, you can. So that's good. So you can see both what I'm doing here. Yeah. So we have the other Quince & Co. This is a greener green. I like this color, so we're gonna keep that. So that's. So I never knit something more than once. I struggle with socks. I very much struggle with gloves. I've knit 2 of these. My Totoro top was one of these. I can't believe I'm gonna knit another 2. But it's just so nice to like throw on, and like it's just comfortable. The sizing is also really good, and the pattern's written really well. So I would recommend. I'm trying to be a bit more mindful of using designers that actually do bigger sizes. I would definitely put myself in the fat category. More around my butt. I have a fat butt, and I'm okay with that. But I am not okay with when I can't find things to fit me. But I'm very pleased that there are designers out there that are actually designing for fat people, for fat bodies. And yeah, it's good. Let's support them. I bought a lot of sock yarn. Every time I went to the Woolly Brew, I bought a box. I didn't buy a box. I bought a sock yarn because Mark's granddad loved hand knit socks. His mum used to knit hand knit socks for him, and I was like, I'm gonna knit you all the hand knit socks, all of them. Oh, I've got another one here, it's sparkly. Oh yes. And I am not a sock knitter, and it takes me forever to do them, and unfortunately he died. So I have all these sock yarns. Thankfully my mum likes hand knit socks, and these are all very much in her colour, so I will maybe pick my way through these during the year, but we're not talking about them just now. This is for me. I got this at a D-stash at a local, at the Spinners Guild, the East Coast. Yeah, the Spinners Guild in Fife. It's so neon. These are for me. However, I want to talk about this. Phoenix Chunky Robin neon goodness. It was £3.50. I think it's 100% acrylic. Yep. I can't remember where I bought this from, but I love it, and I think it needs to become a pair of like cozy socks. This house that we've moved to doesn't have any heating. Well, it used to have old panel heaters, and they're so expensive because electric is so expensive. And I have realized that my feet get really, really cold, so some nice, like, just an extra layer of socks is gonna be a good idea. So I haven't found a pattern that I really truly love, but I think I can just wing it. So I think I would like to put this in the to be used this year pile. Am I going to put these all back once I've done it? Probably not. Are they going to sit in a basket in the side of this office for like months? Probably. Is Mark going to get mad about that? We'll see. More sock yarn. I'm not going to talk through everything. I'm looking for specific things, you see. I love this yarn. This was from when Lindsay of the Border Tart came to the shop, and this is just indigo dyed yarn. Is it Corriedale? No, 75% blah blah. 75% blue. 75% blue face Leicester, 25% Masham. I want this to be a shawl, but I don't know what shawl, so it's not going in this year's pile, but it's gonna be like a cozy, you know, a thick, kind of like a fadeaway shawl, that kind of style. I did the Big Star by Julia, by Woolen Flower. Woolen Words is a different person. Woolen Flower, Jules, and I love it, but it's too big. I would like a smaller one, but I'm not sure if I can be bothered to do the maths to do, because this is 4-ply, isn't it? Yeah, 4-ply. So any suggestions? I'm open for suggestions. I'm not looking in the camera. I'm sorry. I'm used to not vlogging on my phone. This box also seems to have a lot of my quite special skeins that are still skeined up. So I have golden yarns, some Countess, Golding, Ushitita. I don't know what to use this for, but it's so pretty. Love this knitting goddess. This will be worth money because she's not going to be dying on this. This is a DK BFL in Masham. 75% BFL, 25% Masham. I might get some of this for Rusty Ferret to dye because it's just delightful. I have another colour for this one. Is it this one? Nope. I'm just like, it's like just so exciting to go through my stash again. Where's the other colour for this one? Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. I did have two. Oh, we've already decided that it's not that one. I think these two go together. Got them together specifically. Yeah, they're BFL, Wensleydale, and Alpaca. Oh, and Silk. That's delightful. Oh my god. But where's your friend? Where's your friend? Do you not have a friend? Oh my god, I thought you had a friend. Maybe it's in a different box. I'm sure this one had a friend. I don't know where it is. Did I buy it to go with this? I maybe bought it to do this. That's 4-ply, that's DK. I wouldn't have done that. This. I think I bought them to do this together. Lovely. But not this time. Other memorable notes. Knit Me Sane. I don't think they're dyeing either, but this is beautiful. What else? There's loads of nice things. Socks That Rock. I got this in Loop a long time ago. Don't know what that's gonna be. This. Oh my god. This was from the Golden Skein that Joe Milne Shiny Bees did. based on this picture. I freaking love it. It is Hullabaloo at 75/25 wool nylon. I don't think it's self-striping, but I like it. Don't have a plan for it. We have some yarny royalty in the stash. I have some yarn pony who is Mika of Jo and Mika, who did the Edinburgh Yarn Festival. Bought at the very first Edinburgh Yarn Festival, and I bought it to make a Vera Valimaki shawl, and as you can see, that has not happened, but these are beautiful. Like, Mika's colorways were just, it's covered in fluff. So this is Mustang. It's just 100% superwash merino. I don't want to use it because I can't get any more, but at the same time, what's the point in it sitting in my stash for how long has that been? Is there a date on this? No, but the first Edinburgh Yarn Festival, so pretty. And then we've just got some neons from Rainbow Heirloom. This is just a name dropping session, that's not what I'm meaning to do. Okay, so this is from Walla. This was part of the Tits Out collaboration with the Countess of Blaze. I really love this, but I have no idea what to make with it. And I'd like it to not be in my stash anymore because I feel like it doesn't deserve to be in my stash. So I'm thinking possibly a hat. Just a simple hat. I think I tried to make a hat with this before, but it didn't really work. This is going to come out and go into the years pile. It is super, super bulky. It's basically just, it's unspun. I mean, it's not unspun, but you know what I mean? There's no twist in that. If you have any suggestions what to make with this, I think it's a super bulky, probably more. Sorry, I got a Depop message. Try to sell my mum's shoes. Okay, so yep. I believe that's what we're going to talk about from this one. I mean, there's other glorious things in here, but I would be sat all day talking about them. So we're gonna put this all back. Funny story. So this is Knitting Goddess on Moonbroch, right? Which is 72% kid mohair, 28% silk. Because I'm friends with Joy, I also had this base too. No. Yeah, I think I did. And while I was organising, I came across like a cake of yarn, and I was like, that's really beautiful. That must be that mohair I bought from Joy. And then I found that, and I'm like, did I dye this? I was like, nah, it's self-deprecating LJ. Nah, it's too nice. It's too nice for that to be dyed by me. No, it turns out it was a Rusty Ferret one. And it's really pretty. And so, oh my god. That is stuck. So this box, I think, has a lot of hand spun in it, overspill from nice skeins, and maybe the organisation made sense in my head when I did it, so let's not judge. But yeah, so this was a gift from me, This was a gift from from my mouse, when I was prolific in the UK Ravelry forums. It's beautiful. My handspun. This is beautiful. This is a yarn from the Plain colorway, I think, for the Tits Out collective. Beautiful. Jenny Reed spun this for me. It's lovely. Jam, who's got the Caledonian Wool Shop up in, oh god, Fort William. She spins these. These are gorgeous. Pretty sure I stole them. It's fine. The business paid for them, right? Oh, and another one. Okay, so the main thing I'm looking for in here, oh look at this one, it's pretty, is the plot Lopi that I bought a long time ago. We need to talk about this. This is Outlaw yarn. I bought it while I was in New Zealand, and it is, what is it? Tell me. I'm looking at my glass. I'm at that age now where I'm looking at the bottom of my glasses. This is 45% Polwarth, 45% alpaca, 10% balsam. I have never felt something so soft in my life. I don't know what to make with them. And to be fair, they're newbies into the stash. As in, like, well, we've been married nearly 6 years. So 6 years. Yikes. This is also another possum yarn from New Zealand. I can't remember which yarn shop I got that from, but it is also merino 60%, possum fur 30%, silk 10%. They use possum wool because they're a pest over there. Yeah, that's what it is. So, Easy Knits. Easy Knits, I can't even tell you my love for Easy Knits. Although I haven't bought. See, this is the thing. I love John, but I don't have the money to buy yarn all the time nowadays. But when I was a student, all I ever bought was Easy Knits, pretty much. But this was a gift from Mark. It is Oogie Boogie. No, Nightmare for Christmas. And it's self-striping. I did try and make some socks that were like diagonal stripes, but they didn't fit my feet. So back to that. He got me 2 skeins. That's pretty good. What else? I have some Jamesons in here. And my brain, I'm running out of steam here. Where's my juice? Nothing so far in here that I want to work with this year. That's not saying I don't, or I won't, sorry, but no ideas in my mind right now. I have a lot of like odd skeins. This was another golden skein thingy. I've also got this from Jessie, which is in Mintlot. It's not far from me. I did have a plan for this, but I can't remember what it was. So a lot of these things that are skeined like this, that did once come like this, is because for a while I was decorating the flat, I had my stash in the shop in the basement in IKEA bags. Unbeknownst to me, the shop was leaking, so I have asthma. There was a lot of black mold that I didn't know about, or we think that's the reason I have asthma. So I had to like wash and I re-skeined them. I didn't, like, I skeined them to wash them and I didn't re-ball them because I thought, well, I'm not putting the extra effort in. So that's why a lot of them look like this. So this is the one I'm looking for. I have plot Lopi. Excuse the plastic crinkling. I have 3 spools of this, and it's the super fragile stuff. I bought this at Queen of Pearls. I'm missing the, there was a tag on top of something. Oh my god, we'll find it in a minute. Yeah, I bought these at Queen of Pearls when she was still open, and I was egged on by Zoe, Queen of Pearls, and Jess, Ginger Twist, because this was like, yeah, like $6.50 for a spool, and they were gonna make this top, and I can't remember what the top was, so I bought it, but I've never used it, and I don't know if it's itchy or not. I think I was put off by the fact that it might be itchy because I'm quite sensitive. Like, I have really shockingly sensitive skin. And I can't remember the name, but one of the YouTubers I watch, Mandarine, Maed, I can't remember her name. She's just designed this jumper that looks so cozy. And after spending a winter of being cold, I want a cozy jumper. However, I do not have enough to make said jumper. And I don't want to stripe it. I'll put the picture in here. Just a big cozy jumper. I do, however, also have these two. A friend was destashing them. She gave them to me, Louise. These are Lopi woven. Are they the same? I mean, it's not from Plot Lopi, but then again, I mean, these are quite close, but it's, I mean, I suppose I could do a gradient. That wouldn't be too bad, which is a possibility. I might think about that. But I'm going to Iceland at some point in the future, aka this year. I'm taking my mum for her 60th, and obviously I'm going to buy some yarn. So I was thinking, because I was looking to get this enough to do said jumper, but it was all sold out. So I'm going to make a note of the colour to take with me, and I will get the colour to match. So I will be buying but it means this is going to get used. So I think it's about November we're planning on going. I still need to book it. Oh no, so we're not doing to December, we're doing to next April. So this is going in the year pile. This is gonna get used. These two, I don't know. Maybe I will figure something out for those. And well, not the last one in this box. I bought this wholesale for using on my knitting machine, but actually I found the pattern little pieces in my Pom Pom magazine that's like, well, I'll show you the picture, and I really love it. It's really cool, and it'll use loads of little bits of colours, like, so this is going to be used as the base yarn. It's not going to take all of it. I think it's only going to take maybe half of it because it's a cone. Yeah, there's 1,800 meters. I think it only takes 900. But yeah, so I'll at least get to use some of this, which is good. I also have a blue one. But yeah, the little thingies is definitely on the list. And then last but not least, I have so much of this. This was Angela's, and she gave it to me when she was destashing. There's just one white one though, and I adore it. It's total retro. I have no idea what to do with it, but I'd like to come up with a plan on what to do with this, because it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be wild. But there's so much of it. So yeah, it's I mean, where would we put that? I think I would you knit it like with big needles, or would you treat it as like what, 4-ply, or like a lace? I don't know. So that's going to be, stop putting your tongue out, you don't say that. That's going to be a, maybe not this year, but maybe next year. So let's put all these babies back in here. I'm not going to do double, but I'm not doing a good job putting these back. They were so organized. I've been using a lot of my drops stash from when I had the shop, and then Mark's brother, when he moved, left a heap of stuff, and I was allowed to use it. And I've been knitting up. There was a project at the local local library, and the Plot Lopi thing was doing, called Cozy Bozies, and it was knitting for people who are really struggling. So I've knit a heap of hats and things. The library stopped collecting them, so I have a pile of hats that are to be donated. They'll maybe do it again next year. But yeah, I have a pile of things to be donated. So that's been using, I should have finished that sentence. That's what I've been using my drop stash on. That's all for what's the word? The library thing. Cozy bozies or whatever. And a cozy bozy is a warm hug. Button Doric. Oh god, these are so heavy. So this is my box of ends, I suppose. Either I have used some. So this is oh, not Yarndale. Just look at the label. Whistlebearer, Yavrin Bell from Alice. I got this when I stayed with her, and like there's enough to do something with that. I'm not gonna get rid of it, obviously, because I hoard things. And who throws out wool? Who does that? So ends of things that I have used. So a lot of these could probably go into that little pieces. This was from a class. I don't think I was meant to take these, but I did. Lace from Alternate Universe. Get more stolen things. Rowan, gosh, I don't. But yeah. So here's the good shit. I'm gonna readjust myself. So, what I'm looking for in here is. This is the most glorious yarn I have ever used. This is oh, I don't even know. I've just got it as Ginger's hand dyed A Bug's Life. This was for the golden skein. It's Ginger Twist. I'll put it on screen what it is, but it's a linen something, and it's just the fabric it makes is just chef's kiss. It's stunning. Jess, I love this. So what I'm looking for in here is this is mostly Easy Knits. Is it? Yeah, it's mostly Easy Knits. I think I'm looking for this one. Not these. And yeah, I think these could make really cool. That's lace, not that, but like you know, in the little pieces, I think they make good pops of colour, as everybody says. I bought this Billum silk at Edinburgh Yarn Festival ages ago when I vended with the little good girl. So that would have been like 3 before it ended, and I'm very easily led. They were all buying ingredients to knit something that had inspired them, and I'm like, oh, I can do that too. And when I tried it, I hated it, so it got rewound. But it's beautiful yarn. This one's got sparkles in it. Wool Kitchen Ziggy. This is a great colorway. I love it. Easy Knits. I should just say Easy Knits, right? When I pull it out. Easy Knits. Easy Knits. Oh, guess what? Easy Knits. Not Easy Knits. Easy Knits. Wait, is that Easy Knits? No, that's Wool Mice. My bad. My bad. It just looks similar. Easy Knits. Similar to this one. Easy Knits. Oh, guess what? Easy Knits. Easy Knits. Not Easy Knits. Oh, I love this. This is from Art Equals Happy. Kim. And it's recycled. And she gets like old yarn, like but like ends of yarn and things, but yeah, old yarn, and she like plies them together, and it's really cool. This is a double knit, I think, and it's Show Racism the Red Card, profits to charity. This was for the thing with Gamer Crafting. I can't remember what the thing was, but I love it, and I don't know what to do with it, but I love it. We've got Easy Knits. Does this have sparkle in it? It does. There's double sparkle. Easy Knits. Oh, would that be Easy Knits? Okay, Countess. I made my wedding shawl out of this one that I didn't wear, and these went into my Penguono. I got a voucher from a friend. Well, I love you. It's a tiny bit of Easy Knits, and none of these are Easy Knits. None of these left are Easy Knits. So I was looking online, I should do, and James Watts, yeah, has got a pattern called something, I don't remember. I really love it, but it was knit originally in Noro, so it's got that kind of gradient look to it, and it fades through the colours. And I was like, I really like that. I'm sure I have something in my stash that would work, that I could combine together. So it might not look at these caked up, but I was thinking of using these Easy Knits. Was it these guys? I think it was these three. Maybe not those three. Maybe these three. I'm gonna check. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, I was right. It was these three. I'm gonna use these three. Looking at them caked up, they look very different, but when they were skeined, and I'll pop the pictures in. This one kind of flows through to the pink, and I thought this one kind of flows from the pink to the green, and this one goes from the green to the black, and then this one goes black. I thought that would be a good combo. So these are going in the year pile. The rest of the Easy Knits, who knows? But this is definitely over 10 years old at least. Some of these were bought around Knit Camp 2010 time. That was bad times, guys. What did I do with these? Who knows? Who knows? This box is Rusty Ferret. We're not gonna go through this box. I'm just gonna open it. I have no plans for anything in this box. I just don't. But let me show you that. This was the one I thought Joy had died. But no, it was me. Effulgent Reckoning. Oh no, this one maybe does have a point. I forgot. I really want to do the collar from Park Knits. I always get that name wrong. So I think this might be the only one that gets used out of here, but a lot of these are, I don't even know, ends. Which camera am I showing? I don't really know. This one. It's like ends of things, things that were kept for samples that never got knit because I closed the shop, things that I dyed for me to knit with for a sample and dyed too many, or has used like a tiny bit out of it, and that's it. Most of these were kept for samples or were, look at this. This is Dusty and Space Hamster. It's so neon. I love it. I'm not really sure what to do with this bin of things. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of memories in here in terms of like plans that I had that I didn't do, and it'll all get used, but at the minute it's not, we're just not talking about it. I'm trying to knit samples for yarn that I actually have and colours I actually have. That's one thing I really struggle with, is knitting samples, because I'm so slow and it just takes me forever, and by the time I've done it there's none of that colourway left, and I maybe need to revise how I do my updates, which I probably will be doing, and have like a core set of colourways or something. I'm not sure. So yeah, that is the Rusty Ferret box that we're not talking about. Not talking about it. second last box. Are you bored yet? Second last box is the odds and ends that wouldn't fit plus acrylic. I don't believe there's anything in here that I have plans for either. However, I bought these. let me just find them all. All the colors, I should say. Orange. Is that it? Yeah. I got these from the place called the Spotty Bag Shop in Banff. It is an institution. Think of Woolies back in the day. It has everything. And it had this neon yarn. And I had to have it. I have 2 balls of each. It's Pato. DK, 100% acrylic. It needs to become a blanket, I think. But it's just gorgeous. I do love it. So, I'm gonna gently pack these back in. Gently just stuff it in there. What she said. But yeah, everything in here is just like odds and ends. More misc. Right, put the clips somewhere you know where they are. This box I certainly have no plans for. Mostly West Yorkshire spinners. Which I have a cardigan's worth. I kept them when I closed the shop. Because I was sad, okay? Don't judge me. I also have a prawn in a tin. Funny story about this. We were at Yarndale and we were vending, and I went over to the Toft booth and I saw that they had these, and I'm like, I want a prawn in a tin. It's a kit. It's not an. You've got to make it. And so I went up and I was like, okay, cool. Bought this. I think I bought a pin as well. And the girl that was there was like, do you want me to sign it? And I'm like, sure, why not? You can sign it if you like. But it turns out that it was actually, oh god, I can't remember her name. Kerry Lawler? No. The girl that does all the Toft yarns. I felt like such a muppet. I don't know. Prawn in a tin. And I also have a giant knot ball of, I don't throw anything away. I haven't made it particularly well because you can see all the knots. But I am not knotting them to do it properly. So, don't know what we're doing now. Is there anything in here we want to discuss? It is just mostly all West Yorkshire spinners. And then, again, what wouldn't fit. I've also got some crochet cotton that just gets used. This was bought for college. I can't even remember what this is, but it's basically crochet cotton. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to discuss in here apart from this. Actually, this, I find that every time. I bought this, I'm sorry for the crinkling, in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur, and I was really excited when I found a knitting shop. It was the year of me opening the knitting shop. We went on holiday and then I opened the shop. And I found a knitting shop and I went in, and it was not like our knitting shops. They had all of this stuff. I do not speak Malay. So I was just like, can I have the pink one? They had so many glorious colours. In fact, I think I bought some for Hannah, my friend Hannah. I think hers was purple. I wish I'd bought more. Not that I've done anything with it, but I wish I'd bought more. So I had no idea. I was just like, can I have that one? And they were like, what number? And I'm like, don't know. And I assumed they meant thickness. But I was, oh yeah. I've just noticed the symbols in the red down there. Well, my phone ran out of memory, so that was a good start. I don't remember what I was talking about, so I think we were speaking about this and how I bought it and I love it and I don't know what to do with it. I have no idea what the yardage is, but those symbols might tell me. And I wish I hadn't been such an ignorant white person. Yeah, so that is my stash. I'm gonna go back to, I got the fix. I'm gonna go back to the computer and I have one last thing to talk about and then we're done. Okay. Right, so the last thing I wanted to pull out was this Easy Knits yarn. It's more Easy Knits, I'm sorry. I have two skeins of this and I bought this a long time ago because it reminded me of Wash from Firefly's shirt. I thought it was really cool. I can't remember. I need to check what the makeup of this is. I'll pop it on screen. But this has been in my stash for forever and I've never found a pattern for it. But I thought that Jessie Maed's Flutter butt shirt would be quite cool. But my worry is this is quite a very good yarn. So yesterday, while I was mulling over this video, I hauled it out of the stash and I did a wee swatch, and it's a massive swatch, and I know this is not exactly representative of what it'll look like because the top will be bigger, but it means that the yarn will fade out a bit more. I can't hold this so you can see it. Ooh, that doesn't feel good. I think I like this. I think that would make a nice top, don't you think? I think it would be wild, but I think it would look quite cute. My worry was that it would be too stripy, and I wouldn't wear it. But I think the kind of, like, it is a bit stripy, but I don't think it's, I would hate it, and it's just a light top. So I think I would wear it like this one. So I think that's a winner. So this is this month's challenge. These, I'm gonna check my Airtable, hang on a second. So according to Airtable, these are 150 grams each. That would be 300 grams out of my stash. The pattern suggests that I would need, hang on, I'm gonna take you over here. So the pattern says I'm gonna need 845 to 150. I'm not good with big numbers. Numbers over hundreds are not good for me. 845 meters to 1015 meters for the 3XL size, which is the size that would fit me. But sorry, I don't know why I'm holding the mouse left-handed. So the total meters I've got in the Easy Knits is 996, so we're gonna be bang in the middle. So hopefully we use it all. That's gonna be the problem with this challenge, isn't it? Like using all of the yarn, not leaving anything. Although it is 4-ply, so I need at least, what, like 7 grams, if that, to put in my mitered square blanket. So we might get that project finished eventually. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So that would be nice to have that finished for next time I speak to you. Well, May. Yeah, that would be nice to have that finished for May. I'm still working on my half-ass jumper. It's just slow. So yeah, I'm gonna stop now. I think that I have rattled your brains enough. I am feeling rattled and I need to go to shopping, which is not my favourite activity. So, thank you for watching. Have any of you guys tried, not destashing, but using what you have and appreciating, no, how do you even word that? Like, setting free? No. Like, basically using the stash that you bought because you loved it and using it because it deserves to be used. Can you make that catchy? Probably not. Yeah, have you tried that? What's your stash like? Is this an obscene amount of yarn for you, or is this a tiny stash? I know some of you have really big stashes. No judgment. Do you have a favorite yarn? Do you have anything I have in my stash? Do you have any suggestions? I will take any suggestions, especially for that Wola yarn. That would be really helpful. I feel like I should cheat and like knit a load of like really small things that use up a lot of weight. Might need to get the knitting machine out. No, I'm joking. Okay, I'm gonna love you and leave you. I hope you're having a good Sunday. I'm currently in Dundee while you're watching this, so back to my roots, I suppose. Not really, this is my roots here. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna leave. I hope you're behaving. Bye. I love you. Oh, I could do the thing again.